Hello, Maverick traders, and welcome out to your daily market roundup. This is August here, and let's break down today's market price action. It's Thursday, June the 13th. As always, let's get into the markets and take a look at markets from a top-down analysis, take a look at broader markets, bring it down to the sector analysis, and then take a look at some possible setups ahead. Let's get into it.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional stock and option traders. Maverick Trading is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
So looking at market analysis, let's just jump right into the numbers. What do we see here today? Today was a bit of a mellow day compared to yesterday, but overall, if you look at the numbers here, Dow Jones was slightly down, S&P is slightly up. Again, Q is doing the best, and the small caps are doing the worst. So the oil market pulled back a little bit, and gold seems to be lost its momentum here, and it's more to the downside here. So nothing spectacular. But if you take a look at what really happened, as far as the news goes, we have PMI that also came out today that was below expectations. So here we are, market hitting all-time highs. We had that big report tomorrow, the CPI, and also the FOMC. And that's behind us. And you can see markets seems to be looking tired here because we are at all-time highs and there's really no new news to propel the market higher. But if you take a look at the price action, it's still looking pretty strong. You can see where we tried to pull back a bit here, the candle, and here we are closing out with a bit of a hammer candle here. So market again looks still positive, then it looks down. We could consolidate. Remember, we can see consolidation phases here. If we broke out, we could go for another consolidation, but that's just really where we are in the markets. There's no real change whatsoever. We are seeing the bond yields kind of holding in where it was. We had the Fed that was a bit more hawkish yesterday, but the numbers are good news for the market. So here we are getting a little bit of a mix back and forth. Now, if you take a look at the Qs, the Qs kind of doing the exact same thing. So these are the two areas, Qs and the S&P, they're doing the best, and again, small caps kind of doing the worst. But again, I'm expecting a little bit more consolidation here as the market has now digested all the news from yesterday and today. And really, this is where we might continue to see getting propelled higher, or we might just go sideways. But that's really where we are. If you take a look at the numbers today, and the advanced decline ratio today was more to the downside, 62% down, 34% up. But what I find interesting here is that being where we are in the markets, the above and below 50, the moving average is not as big a difference between those two. We have 52% above in the green and 48 in the red. So again, this is where the market can remain strong, and maybe we could see some rotation happening where some of the stocks that are doing the best maybe consolidate or pull back and the other ones catch up. I think that's really where we are in the broader market. So if you take a look at our market outlook, well, nothing has changed. We are at +3. That's just really where we are. So no real change to make there. So now let's talk about the possible setups. And this is where I like to focus on the best case or the best performer, when things are going sideways and things are performing. Because I think there's an opportunity there in these market conditions where volatility is low, that we can just follow those. So let's just start with the first one I have is the AlphaNet Networks, ANet. You can see this one had a beautiful setup here, and it did break out today. So this is what I really like. We did break out, and we held it at the highs of the day. So this is what goes on the top of the list here. We are seeing an increased volume as well. So going in the top of the list here as a possible long setup. The second one, again, semiconductors are on fire. Eli Lilly, here we are, making another run. You can see that this thing is, it just have very shallow little pullbacks or bases, and it just go for a big run. Here we are seeing a bit of wide range, but I think it's probably continue to run here. So these two, again, looks the best here, but there's definitely a lot of, stocks in the semiconductors that I really like. But again, realize that that's what's really in play, and that's what we're going to focus on. Now, let's talk about things that are not really in play. Here we are, AMD. Look at that big range. Down from 148, maybe 144, all the way up to the 172. This is a wide range that's just moving back and forth. So this is, again, a good one. Just look for on the sideways play. And then also taking a look at CleanSpark. Here we are. this thing is also going sideways pretty much for the most part. So these two goes in the sideways play here, and let's talk about the bearish one. I really like some of the stocks in the financial sector, got some of the energy play. This is one that goes on the top of the list here. Synovus Energy. Take a look at this one. We had a nice rally in the oil markets, and we can see that this thing had just stayed weak for the most part. Hasn't had a big rally, but here we are. Look at the volume today. So I really like this on the downside. There are other, you can take a look at other oil stocks, but I think this one goes on top of the list here. And the other one I have here is Baba. Again, this one, I really had to I kept a close eye on this big level of, breakout level. This was the breakout level that we had right here. And you can see that this thing has now fallen below that level. So we are below the 20, below the 50. I think this can easily get down towards the 70 area. So this is where we are. This thing is falling back into the range. So this is where I look for, a mild bearish play, slowly getting us down towards that level. So that's really what we have here. So as far as the market outlook goes, again, I think market likely to consolidate here. But at the same time, there's definitely an opportunity on buying the outperformers and selling the underperformers, and also looking at some sideways play. So a bit of a neutral strategy where we just focus on the best versus the worst. Now tomorrow we have the consumer sentiment. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. We already had a busy week. Everything's behind us, so market might be just coasting tomorrow. As far as the earning goes, nothing major here. So this is a good end of the week. Anybody that's staying on the bullish side, guess what? You are still long, and nothing really has changed. If you are waiting to get in, I think there's an opportunity. It just some of the ones that we just looked at, there's definitely opportunity. So focus is to be in stocks that are currently in play, and just taking advantage of that movement. Thanks for joining here. We'll see you in the next one. Happy trading.